Welcome, everyone. What a gorgeous place, right? We're so lucky to be here tonight. So before we get started, I just would like to ask that everyone ensure your phones are put away, preferably turned off or all the way up so I know who to blame if they ring. But no, truly, let's just spend the next few moments being truly present and here for what is truly such an important moment in our couple's lives. Paparazzi, I promise she's going to share all the pictures with you guys. So just for now, no pictures. Thank you. Please rise. I'd like to begin by welcoming and thanking each and every one of you for being here on this most joyous of days. It's no accident that each of you were invited because you represent those nearest and most dearest to Allison and to Ian. Today we are here to celebrate the miracle of love in their lives. The words spoken today between Ian and Allison, well, they are indeed important and sacred, but they're not what joins these two together, nor is this marriage ceremony. We are not here to witness the beginning of a relationship, but to acknowledge and to celebrate a lasting bond that already exists between the two of you. And you two have already completed the hardest part. That was to find each other in this universe and to fall in love. The most remarkable moment in life is when you meet the person who makes you feel like you've come home, feel complete. The person who makes you feel comfortable to be you and who you look forward to spending time with. The person with whom you share a bond so special that it transcends all other relationships and becomes something so natural that you can't imagine experiencing life without them. Now I can see how deeply these two care for one another. I feel privileged to be witness amongst all of you to their lifelong commitment and devotion to one another today. Now as we prepare for today, there are some things that stood out to me that I'd like to share with all of you. Things like how, Ian, Allison loves how you are so thoughtful and truly do everything with intention. She knows she can always look to you to keep her grounded because you always have a steady head. Having you by her side means she can count on you for all the clarity when she truly needs it, because you just seem to understand her the most, and she can talk to you about anything. That makes living life together with you so easy. She can't wait to keep building your lives together. Allison, Ian loves how you are there for him no matter what. You care for him and for anyone you love because you are so thoughtful in all the big and the small ways. You have big ideas and plan for everything, but at the same time can be so spontaneous with such thoughtful plans and ideas. He knows that with you by his side, he can do anything. Continue to talk all the time. Don't hesitate or hold anything back because you can always learn and grow from each other. Read all the books, take all the walks, try all the restaurants, dream of the family and all the places you will have and you will visit. Just spend time together because, well, the years will come and go. You won't take each other for granted. You will laugh a lot. You will grow older and wiser. It's a good story. In the end, well, it's not in sight. Now we've come to the part of your ceremony where you're going to say your vows to one another. But before you do that, I ask you to remember that love, which is rooted in faith, trust, and acceptance, will be the foundation of an abiding and deepening relationship. No other ties are more tender, no other vows more sacred than those you now assume. So with that, do you, Ian, take Allison to be your partner for life? Do you promise to walk by her side forever and to love, help, and encourage her in all she does? Do you promise to take the time to talk with her, to listen to her, to care for her, to share in her laughter and her tears as her partner, lover, and best friend? Do you take Allison as your lawfully wedded wife for now and forevermore? If so, please say, I do.
I do.
Do you, Allison, take Ian to be your partner for life? Do you promise to walk by his side forever and to love, help, and encourage him in all he does? Do you promise to take the time to talk with him, to listen to him, to care for him, to share in his laughter and his tears as his partner, lover, and best friend? Do you take Ian as your lawfully wedded husband for now and forevermore? If so, please say, I do.
I do.
Well, good, we can continue. You will now have a moment to express your vows to each other. These are the vows that bind you, and no others are more sacred than those you're about to make. Ian, we're going to start with yours.
who we were in our lives before, and who we wanted to be, aligned in a perfect balance to allow our paths to cross. Since the first of those serendipitous days, I've felt like we've known and understood each other our whole lives. Reflecting on this has allowed me to feel a profound sense of thankfulness for my life and every experience, good and bad, which made us possible. The connection we've forged has filled every possible void inside of me, and beyond that, has shifted my life into a higher, wonderful state of consciousness I never knew was possible. You've shown me every day that there is always a new level of connection and an even higher level of happiness to experience. These vows are a reflection and a promise to never cease to believe in, to always cease to believe in this expansiveness, which I will stay true to the rest of our lives. From the first days we met, I was inspired by your passion for life and all that it has to offer. Your ability to empathize and desire to understand the meaning in things is a great source of inspiration to me and many others. I vow to always lift you up in pursuit of what you're passionate and curious about, both the big things and the small things. We've experienced easy and hard times together. We know that when things fall out of our control, it is easy to drift towards giving up and giving in. Through these times, we have learned how valuable patience with each other and patience in our choices can be. I vow to never lose this patience, this hope that even in the darkest of times, the sun will always rise and bring forth times of bliss and the best versions of ourselves. I believe the greatest love is not that in which each person gets what they want from the other person, but that in which each person cultivates the other to be the best version of themselves. I vow that in good times and bad, to always remain selfless in helping you become the best version of yourself that you desire. As we know, it's always easy to get caught up in each other's similarities. One of the most transformative experiences we've had was recognizing our differences. Different life experiences, differences as a man and a woman, and differences as people. We've learned that it's these complements to each other which will allow us to secure an amazing life for us and our family. I vow to always use my strengths to protect the present and the future for us and our family, and I always look to your unrelenting optimism and your deep emotional understanding and intuition to guide us towards the best life. Ever since I was young, I've held a curiosity and a drive for our life together, even when I hadn't met you yet. Everything I ever did before we met was in a certain way to find you and prepare for this life together. It's through this curiosity and drive that I've become the person I am today. I vow to never lose this curiosity and motivation to build a beautiful future for us together with you as my inspiration. I promise to never fall victim to thinking we have it all figured out, and look forward to forever exploring what it means to be human together. Finally, I promise to continue to expand these vows as we continue to grow together, and to never believe there isn't more to learn about one another and experience together. Allison, I love you with all of my heart and can't wait to spend the rest of our lives together. You are my meaning.
Allison.
3 years and 8 years ago. I took perhaps the most courageous act of my life. I showed up at your door on a random Monday night and poured my soul out to you, asking if you understood me. I want to thank you for opening your door to me that night, to this girl who was just a friend. You saw me that night through my core in a way I never even dreamed was possible, and you changed my whole world. After I opened my heart to you, life took on a new dimension. Sunsets were more beautiful. Moments began to take my breath away. I experienced awe. Words took on new meaning, and I understood art for the first time. All I knew was that being with you felt so right, so profoundly peaceful, like I had come home. I knew then, without a doubt in the world, that we were meant for one another, and I still feel lucky every single day that we found each other. And now, here we are, on our wedding day. Ian, I truly mean it when I say, it is a privilege to be loved by you, and to spend my life with you. Today you become my husband, and I make you community spouse. I vow to nurture my love every day, to treat it with the utmost care and attention. I promise to support you and to empower you in all that you are and all that you do. And through life's challenges, I promise to give you every ounce of strength that I have. I promise to be brave. I promise to comfort you when you need it and to provide a life hope through times. And lastly, I vow to challenge you, to encourage us both to continue to grow and to remind you that the world is full of possibilities. In 60 years, we'll look back on our life together to see the family we created, all the twists and turns life took, the mess, the mundane, and all of the beauty, the truly extraordinary moments we share along the way, knowing that we show each other all that means to be human. Ian, I love you more than I could ever put into words, but I vow to always keep praying.
I think they're cutting onions back there. Those were really good. Go back to holding hands for a minute. May I have the rings, please? Thank you. Since ancient times, the ring has been a symbol of eternity and the unbroken circle of love. Love freely given has no beginning and it has no end. Today you have chosen to exchange these rings as a sign of your love for each other and as a seal of the promises you make this day. We bless these rings in this union of souls. Ian, go ahead and take Allison's ring. And as you place it on her finger, please repeat after me. I give this ring
I give this ring
as a sign
as a sign
of my love
of my love
and
and
devotion.
devotion.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I be wed.
I be wed.
Perfect. Allison, your turn. Please repeat after me. I give this ring
I give this ring
as a sign
as a sign
of my love
of my love
and devotion.
and devotion.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I be wed.
I do wed.
As you continue on your journey together, I ask you to remember this advice. The key to love is understanding, as it is the little things that say so much by themselves. The key to love is forgiving, to accept each other's faults and to pardon mistakes. The key to love is sharing your good fortunes as well as your bad together. The key to love is giving without thought of return, but with the hope of just a simple smile, and by giving in, but never giving up. And before I pronounce you husband and wife, I have just one more thing I want you to do. Your wedding day, it's definitely one that seems to fly. It's a day filled with emotion, friends, rings, soon dancing. Many people remember how fleeting their own wedding day was. So I want you to take a few seconds to just look at each other in the eyes. Think about the happiness that you're feeling in this place and in this moment. Really let that feeling register in your heart and your mind. Now I want you to think about your life together in 20 years. Where are you? What are you doing? We all know that your visions of the future, well, they're not identical, but they're definitely complementary. John Lennon once said, a dream you dream is alone, it's only a dream. A dream you dream together, now that is reality. And for Allison and Ian, that reality starts now. Because, Allison and Ian, here we are. You have committed to each other by saying vows of your commitment, exchanging rings as symbols of your love. Therefore, by the power vested in me, I officially pronounce you husband and wife. Ian, you may kiss your bride.